Hey guys, it's TMF Style. I'm Jose Zuniga, and for this week's video, we're going to be discussing what I think is probably one of the best quartz watches that is today out in the market. I'm currently obsessed with watches, anything from vintage luxury pieces to new modern ones. To me, it's not so much about brands and labels, but more so quality, style, and of course, good pricing. And overall, what I wanted is to function with me and my lifestyle, whatever it is that I wear, whatever it is that I'm doing. When it comes to watches, there's a plethora of styles, and there's about 3 different mechanisms that power a watch. You have automatic, you have mechanical, and you have quartz. And basically in that order of cost as well. Automatic usually being the most expensive, quartz being the least expensive. So if you're in a budget and you're trying to build your collection, usually quartz is probably the best place to start, and why I usually tell a lot of guys to start here. Buy yourself a quality quartz. Once you have that, buy yourself a quality mechanical, and so on. So as a fair warning, just like my video on, that one wallet everyone needs, this is a personal opinion, a watch that I own that I really like, and I think you guys might like as well. Now, I actually ran into this watch almost by accident. I did a video, if you haven't seen it, I'll have the icon above me, where I talked about 5 watches for any style. In that video, I discussed a couple of watches, and somebody actually commented to check out a brand called Brathwaite. Now, before this, I had never even heard of this brand, didn't even know what it was. So I checked it out, really liked it, and decided to pick up a watch to review for you guys. Now, there's several reasons why I picked up a watch that quick. So this watch, I'm gonna review in 3 aspects. I'm gonna review quality, I'm gonna go over price, and then finally, I'm gonna review style, or go over the style of the watch. First, let's start with quality. So I decided to go with their lowest price model. What really impressed me is that even at a low price point, this model comes with high strength sapphire crystal. It also comes with a high quality leather, 100% leather band. It has a stainless steel case. It has Swiss quartz movement or Swiss parts. And finally, it's rose gold plated with a mixture of pure gold and copper, which give you that rose gold tone at about 6 UM. What this basically means, you basically have a really sturdy coating that's not gonna chip or scratch anytime soon and probably going to last you a lifetime. As for price, this model, like I mentioned, I went with the cheapest one. I decided to go with the quartz movement. This model started at $150. Now, something that really made me pull the trigger on this watch was their bold transparency. This is the first time I've ever seen a brand do this. I went to their website. I'll have the link below to them. They detail all of their costs. What does their Swiss movement cost? What does the leather band cost? What does the coating process cost? All of it, and then tell you exactly what the total is. And the total for my watch is around $75. And they do a 50% markup, which in my personal opinion as a business owner, I don't find that to be greedy, and it's standard within the industry. Most brands do 100, 200, 300% markup. So at a 50%, I think this is fair, cutting out middlemen. So I find that to be, like I said, boldly transparent, which I very much liked and made me feel almost like I'm getting a great deal, which is another reason why I decided to review this watch for you guys. Finally, let's talk about style. Now, something I'm particularly in love with in high-end luxury watches is the butterfly clasp. A butterfly clasp basically facilitates the putting on and off of a watch. It's basically 2 fingers, you press this clasp, it opens up, and it makes it easy to put on and off. Now, this feature usually comes in higher end watches. The cheapest I've ever seen a watch come with a clasp like this has been around $500-600, and of course up. The great thing is that with this watch, you get a butterfly clasp. You're getting a very classy and refined watch with this style. Basically, it's coming from 3 features: the dark, high quality leather band, the rose gold accents, and also something that's very noticeable is that sapphire crystal that I talked about in the beginning. This thing is so clear and clean cut that the face of the watch and the numbers basically pop out at you. The best way I can kind of explain this to you guys, because I'm not sure if you can see it from the camera, when you compare a regular watch that doesn't have a high-end crystal face like this one, let's say that probably has plexiglass, to this watch, it's kind of like comparing standard television with HD. That's the best way I can put it for you guys. So those are 2 or 3 aspects that make this watch very classy looking and refined. So in summary, I give it 5 out of 5 in quality, 5 out of 5 in price, and about 3 out of 5 in style, just because I think it lacks versatility. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that, like I said, I think it's much more refined and it deserves to be in a higher setting than more casual. So that's basically it for this week's video, guys. Something that I really enjoyed about this brand is that basically the name and their standards. The name that they chose, which is Brathwaite, comes from a poet from the 1600s that wrote a book on how to be a gentleman. And their whole company's motto is kind of surrounded behind this idea of a classic gentleman that, you know, has standards, that is honest, and that's how they decide to run their business. In the box, you even get a checklist of how to be a gentleman, and where you have to sign and date it, as if you're agreeing that when you wear this watch, you also agree to align yourself to higher standards. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing to show you guys. This is a really cool watch company. I very much enjoyed them. If you like what you saw, I'll have the link below so you guys can check them out. If you like this video, remember to hit up the like up button. It helps us out. Also remember to share this video so we can reach and teach more men. Thank you guys for watching.